Are you about to open a new restaurant and wondering how to collect and pay sales tax? You're not alone. Sales tax can be confusing, but getting it right is crucial for your successful business. Hi, I'm Matt on EA with On & Company. In this video, we're breaking down the fundamentals of sales tax, how it works, why it matters, and what you need to do to stay compliant and perfect your cash flow. Let's dive in. There's a lot that comes into sales tax compliance. You need to collect the right amount of tax and file the sales tax return and pay it to the government. But before you do any of those, you need to register your business first to get a seller's permit. You're probably thinking, isn't the seller's permit the same as my business license? No, your seller's permit is different from your business license. Your business license allows you to work and operate legally your business in your city and county, whereas the seller's permit allows you to collect the sales taxes from your customers and pay it back to the state. You can get the permit, file a sales tax return, and pay the tax online. So you need to find the Department of Revenue webpage for the state that you're getting the permit from. In Iowa, for example, it can be done through the govconnect.iowa.gov. Please do this before opening the doors to your customers so you don't run into compliance issues later. All right, here's one of those common mistakes that new restaurant owners make. Imagine there are two chefs, they're very talented, decide to partner together and open a brand new restaurant. The business is booming. The local news and magazines talk about it, and it gets packed by customers every night. And these now two star chefs are working hard, mostly in the kitchen, but they don't really know when it comes to run the business. So now they have a good amount of revenue comes in, and they decide to reinvest that into business expansion, which is good. So they diversify their menu and spend more on food costs and decide to hire more number of employees and spend more on advertisement, promotions, and also invest in software for their customer reservation, inventory, and also the employee training and employee scheduling as well. But they forget about one thing, sales tax. So the tax season comes in, their tax professional tells them, hey, you guys owe $12,000 in sales tax to the state. But they don't have sufficient cash to cover that because they already spent it all. The best way to avoid this situation is that you separate a certain portions of your revenue to a different bank account. Every time you make a sale, you immediately send a portion to your dedicated sales tax account. For instance, you have four top customers, that table just paid $400, and then you set a certain portion, let's say 10%. In Iowa, for example, the sales tax rate goes between 6 to 8%, so 10% will be sufficient to cover that. Once that $400 hit your bank account, you immediately send $40, which is 10% of that revenue, into a dedicated sales tax account. You can automate this process too. For example, some of those online banking solution providers like Novo, that's the one I use, they offer this feature without any additional fees. This is going to make sure when it's time to pay the tax, you have enough money. Each state has got different sales tax rules. Be sure to check with your state Department of Revenue to confirm your filing requirements. In Iowa, for example, taxpayers that collect less than $1,200 in sales and use tax per year will file returns and pay taxes annually. Taxpayers that collect $1,200 or more in sales and use tax per year will file returns and pay taxes monthly. All monthly filers are required to file and pay electronically. To summarize, number one, get a seller's permit before opening your restaurant's door to the customers. You are required to collect sales tax. Number two, once you're in business, do not treat sales tax as income. Set aside a percentage of your revenue in a separate bank account so you are always ready when it's time to pay. Number three, be sure to check with your state's filing requirements to avoid penalties and compliance issues. For instance, in Iowa, if you collect $1,200 or more sales tax per year, you file sales tax return and pay monthly, and you're required to do it online. Just remember, sales tax isn't your money. You're almost acting as an agent of the state, which means you're temporarily holding the taxes collected on behalf of the state, and you must remit when you file your return. Managing it properly keeps your restaurant financially healthy and stress-free. Okay, that brings to the end of our topic today. If you have any questions around your taxes, feel free to reach out. I'll have that contact info in the description below. If you find this video interesting, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.